thank you. It's so great. What a nice reception. It's so great to be here in Seattle, the alternative capital of America. You notice that whatever the rest of the country has, we have the alternative. As we all know, right now, for example, the rest of the country has spring, and we have the Seattle version of spring, which is where everything blooms for about 15 minutes, then gets blown away, and then washed down the gutters. It starts over again. You know, for example, the rest of the country drinks coffee. We inject it. Their beer is liquid. Ours is solid. They have Ticketmaster. We have Pearl Jam. It's the whole thing. Yeah. Right. Hometown heroes. Pearl Jam. They're fighting the monolithic Ticketmaster Corporation, of course. And this week, you may have noticed that they announced they have a sophisticated new way for their fans to get tickets for their concerts. And you have to dial this special number that they haven't actually released the number yet, but we know it. I thought you might like to have sort of this an advanced thing of this new sophisticated Pearl Jam method of getting tickets. Let's see if I hope it's the right number. What?
Hey, this is Eddie. If you want tickets, just come by the house. It's not locked. The tickets are, I think, in the upper left-hand drawer in the kitchen next to the cookies. Don't take any cookies, man. I'm not trying to act like a big rock star jerk or something, but, you know. Those are my cookies. So, see ya.
Well, that sounds pretty alternative to me. That's pretty alternative. And they're still talking about alternative transportation around here. As you remember, a few weeks ago, the light rail mass transit plan was voted down again, which it's a tradition in Seattle. We have the Seafair Parade, and then we vote no on light rail. It's been going on like that for 30 years, you know. And after this last defeat, those mass transit people said that they're gonna huddle. And they're going to come up with an idea that the voters will go for. And they've received some suggestions. We thought you might be interested in some possible mass transit alternatives. For example, oh, good, extend Wild Waves water slides to the Boeing plants. Yeah. All right. Take the money to be used for the trains and buy everybody a bitchin' Camaro. Obviously popular here. The Hoquiam to Ellensburg rope tow. Or how about this, just beam people places like on Star Trek? Or slip the exact same initiative into the next election, but this time call it Proposition 120, Is Elle Macpherson Attractive? And finally, add LSD to the water supply so people can travel without leaving home. That was a 60s reference. I want you to know that, you kids out there watching. That's when this whole alternative thing started. And there's some nice alternative ideas there. And coming up on King 5, we actually have a wonderful alternative program that's about to debut, and we have a special preview that we would like to show you now. Take a look.
Hi, Kathy. Nice outfit.
Thanks, Felix.
Hey, Kathy, are we on for tonight?
You bet. I promise not to cancel again. I feel awful about those first 2 times.
I'll pick you up at 6.
6 o'clock.
All right.
Kathy, disaster time. Frank Meyer called. Hated the campaign. He wants a completely new copy by tomorrow morning, which means you and I will be pulling an all-nighter. Get out your sleeping bag.
Right, boss. Oh, no! My date! Patty. Hi, Patty, it's Cousin Kathy. You gotta help me out of a jam.
What's up, Kath?
Are you free tonight?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Meet Kathy, who's strictly hetero and likes dates with testosterone. But Patty is a lesbian, so dating boys is alien. crazy maze when cousins go two different ways.
Hey, Jim. You coming?
Kathy?
Yeah?
Boy, you look different than you do in the office.
Yeah?
Your hair is, I like your hair. I mean, it looks different. So, you want to go to dinner, the theater? I mean, anything you want to do.
Yeah. I got something else in mind.
Okay, good. My car's right over here.
No, let's take my wheel. You better wear this. You know, you're gonna keep your elbow up, man. Nice.
That's got it. Yeah. Oh, boy, I'll tell you, there's nothing like fixing a leak.
Yeah, we're taking one. You want a beer?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, listen to this.
Check this out.
Man, she's really something.
She was a big bone gal from southern Alberta. You just couldn't call her small. You can't bet every Saturday night she'd be heading for the Legion Hall. Put her blue dress on and she'd comb her hair.
My first tattoo really burned. That goes away.
Good. Hey, Kathy, I really had a good time.
Me too.
Good.
Hey!
Oh!
Must be at work.
Wow. What a woman.
What a crazy maze when cousins go two different ways.
All right, we got a great show. Stay with us, and we'll be right back.
Higher, baby. Get higher, baby. Get higher, baby. And don't never come down.
Stand by for So What You're Saying Is, the talk show for the easily offended, with your host, Walter Sinclair.
Hello and welcome to the show. Let's start tonight's discussion by introducing our guests. First is Pamela O'Hara, an unwed mother of 2 children.
Oh, so what you're saying is that as a single mother, I'm a bad parent. That my children are deprived because they don't have the traditional mother and father. That I'm unfit to raise my own kids. Okay.
Pamela, I said nothing of the sort.
Liar, you said unwed. That's the same as saying unfit.
I don't think it's the same thing.
Unwed, unfit, unwed, unfit, unwed, unfit.
I'll
unwed,
tell you
unfit,
what,
unwed, unfit.
while Pamela's trying to sort out her feelings, let me introduce Al Conrad. Al is an extreme right-winger with connections to the NRA, the Ku Klux Klan, and the Nazi Party.
Oh, so what you're saying is that I'm a gun nut, I hate minorities, and I believe in fascism.
Al, you know, I'm reading from the introduction card that you filled out here.
Yeah, but it's the way you read it. I mean, come on, you put that whole liberal tree-hugging inflection on it.
You're right. You caught me there. I'll have to watch that. Next to Al is Kip Longley, who, to be quite honest about it, is just a total space cadet who smokes tons of pot.
Whoa, whoa, man. Man, you're making it sound like I'm a total space cadet who smokes tons of pot.
You're right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
All right. Thanks, man.
You bet. Also with us tonight is Esther Rosenstein.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. I was wondering how long it would be before the Jew labeling started.
What are you talking about? That's your name, Esther Rosenstein.
Oh, so what you're saying is that I'm just a money-grubbing Jewish princess. Why don't you just say it?
Okay, all right, fine. Let's move on quickly to our last guest, who, to protect myself from any charges of inference or prejudice, I will not classify by name, position, or description of any sort, so that no one can accuse me of saying anything I haven't said.
Racist! So what you're saying is that the minority not only gets introduced last, even then he will remain invisible to the white oppressive media establishment that you so typically represent.
Okay, you win. Are you happy? This is Edgar Thomas, everybody.
No, it's much too late for that. You should have thought of that about 200 years ago when your ancestors brought my ancestors over for a surprise cotton-picking party.
Look, if you're through, why don't we get started with tonight's discussion?
Oh, I see. What Whitey is saying is that it's time for him to talk and me to become the invisible man. Well, you know, I'd love to stay, but I got some shoes to be shining.
Yeah, and I've got to go and count some money.
Hey, you know what? I've got to go be a guest on KBI Radio.
I guess I better go home to my neglected kids and tell them they have no future because Mommy won't shack up with just any old bastard off the street.
Well, Kip, tell us, what does it feel like to be a complete waste of space?
Whoa. Well, now you're making it sound like I'm just a complete waste of space.
Right again, Kip.
All right, that's cool.
All right, good. Well, I guess that's it for this week. Join us again next week when, for the first time in the show's history, we'll try to get past the introductions. We'll see you then.
Studio amplification for Almost Live provided by American Music, now open in Tacoma. Hey parents, are you having trouble getting your kids to calm down and focus because they're spending too much time playing with silly putty? Do they refuse to do their homework or chores? Are you at your wit's end? Then you need Serious Putty. Serious Putty can focus your child on the more important aspects of recreation, like the great classics of literature. Serious Putty is designed to introduce young minds to the worlds of business and high finance. And with Serious Putty, the corrupting sounds of Green Day and Hootie and the Blowfish will be transformed into classic works by Bach, Mendelssohn, and Chopin. Serious Putty allows your children to contemplate the theories of the great masters of science, like Newton, Pasteur, and Einstein. Let Serious Putty guide your child's hands. They will discover the captivating worlds of ancient, Baroque, and Renaissance artistry. So if your kids are a handful, try Serious Putty and start them on the road to scholarship, thoughtfulness, and practicality. Serious Putty, by the makers of Etch a Geometry Equation.
Welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. Oh, thank you so much. Ken Griffey Jr. played himself on last week's TV drama Medicine Ball. The role consisted of laying on a couch and holding out for more money. The Kent Chamber of Commerce has announced they are sponsoring the 1995 Beautification Awards. There are a number of nominees in several categories, including House with the Fewest Cars in the Yard. A piece of a Delta Airlines airplane fell this week onto Mount Rainier High School's tennis courts while students were playing. Delta officials say it's all part of their new advertising campaign, "We like to fall, and it shows." Parents in the little town of Junction City, Oregon, have demanded that the Pulitzer Prize-winning book, The Color Purple, be taken off the reading list, saying the novel uses too many graphic words to describe sexual activity. That, and there aren't enough The University of Washington's Scandinavian Language and Literature Department celebrated its 85th anniversary on Wednesday in Ballard. A spokesperson for the celebration said that the people should start arriving any day now. A creator of a therapy called The Joy of Touch was in Seattle this week to teach people to relax by imagining that they're stroking part of their brain. Now, for those who are unable to imagine that, he has a 1-900-JOY-OF-TOUCH phone line where Candy will pretend to stroke the brain for you. A 38-year-old WSU chemistry student was jailed after a cache of explosives and rifles was found in his apartment. A police spokesperson said that anyone who's still at Wazoo at age 38 is probably better off in jail anyway. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service detained a shipment of over 4,000 pairs of Nordstrom's shoes from China because the snakeskin trim may be from a protected species. However, the shoes were quickly handed over when Nordstrom's once again threatened to back out of the Frederick and Nelson building renovation. Finally, it was announced this week that all Metro bus drivers will have to take a mandatory drug test. Driving tests will remain optional. This has been the John Report. Thank you. And we'll be right back. And now, the Lame List, or What's Weak This Week, brought to you by America's heavy metal community.
Lame.
Governor Lowry can't touch anybody anymore.
Inexcusably lame. Dog lame. Extremely lame. Mired-eating, sweating mass of lameness.
When her underwear has the wrong day of the week on it and you go into work because you think it's Monday.
Lame.
Jenny Jones has started killing people.
Lame! Man, that's so lame.
Terribly lame.
The lamest of the lame.
Now they're putting cheese in the pizza crust.
Lame! No, not lame. No, no.
Hey, no, it's not lame. Not lame, no. It's cool. Paula Barbieri never shows up at the OJ trial. They won't let you wear your Authority Blows t-shirt to work on casual day.
Lame!
It's only lame. Excusable.
This has been the Lame List. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. That's just about all the time we have this week. That was the Lame List, and because we get so many cards and letters asking who are those people, though, that is a mixture of a group called Panic, Forced Entry, and Soundgarden, and another guy named Jeff Gilbert, who, if you'd like to contact, I would suggest you just look down in Belltown somewhere. But I'll see you next week on Almost Live. Bye-bye.
Well, anyway, man, I had a good time. I had a lot of fun.
I had fun, yeah. Hey! 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 I'll see you at work.